Recently, I built an RTX 4060 budget gaming PC for my personal use, and I love to play PC games a lot. But recently, I haven't had the time for proper gaming sessions. So guess what? In today's video, I'll be conducting my RTX 4060 PC's gaming test by playing a bunch of popular games on it. I'll be playing some well-known titles like The Witcher 3, Forza Horizon 5, Elden Ring, Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, and more. Before starting the gameplay, here are the full specs of my PC. So, first I played Witcher 3 at maximum graphic settings with DLSS off, and the gameplay was decent. There were no lags or sudden frame drops. FPS were quite stable, remaining between 40 and 50 in fight scenes, which is totally playable. With the DLSS turned on, I was getting FPS between 70s and 80s.
It's about to dive.
It even went up to the 90s for a while, but then it came back down to the 80s level. So, the RTX 4060 GPU supports something called DLSS 3. It basically uses AI to generate frames with supported games. In simple words, it's like an AI FPS booster.
It's fast. Don't let it get away.
After this, I reduced the graphics and played the game on low settings without DLSS.
Show me what you got.
The game was running super smoothly. The FPS was staying above 180. With the DLSS turned on, the FPS were boosted and it stayed between 230 and 250. Overall, I was getting good frame rates with The Witcher 3 at all settings. Next, I decided to play a multiplayer game, so I started playing Valorant on high graphics.
Enemy down.
The FPS were ranging between 200 and 300. And these are without DLSS, because Valorant does not support it. But even without it, there were no lags, no FPS drops, just smooth game.
Gotcha.
Dominating.
Out of here. Fire's out. Down you go.
After that, I played Elden Ring, which is an RPG game and one of the most popular games out there. The game was running at maxed out graphics, and even then I was getting a stable 60 FPS, which is the maximum FPS supported by this game. Since Elden Ring doesn't support DLSS or frame generation, this is raw native performance straight from the GPU. I played it for about 45 minutes and still couldn't defeat the tree sentinel, but the FPS was staying constant at 60 throughout the game. I've always been a fan of God of War, and the next game I played was God of War Ragnarok. First, I played it on ultra settings with DLSS off.
Fire from above! That one's got a sling. Look out, brother!
And the game was running very smoothly. I was getting stable FPS between 70 and 90. Sometimes the FPS were going above 100, even touching 120, but mostly it was staying at 80 and 90 during the fighting scenes. After turning on the DLSS, the FPS jumped up to 220. There was no lagging and the performance was stable. Then I reduced the graphics and turned off the DLSS.
Now show me this god killer I've heard so much about!
In this setting, the game was running between 140 and 160 FPS during the combat sequence. But when I turned on the DLSS, the FPS was staying between 220 and 240, which is quite similar to what I was getting on ultra graphics. This was very weird.
Behind you, watch out!
I also wanted to test a graphic-intensive racing game on it, so I started playing Forza Horizon 5 at maximum settings with max ray tracing. Now, this game is also capped at 60 FPS and I was getting 55 plus FPS most of the time, but sometimes it was dipping down to the 40s level.
Okay, Dragon. You've just challenged a driver to a head-to-head.
Hospital Records Radio. Fast cars. Drum and bass.
Now, although this game does support DLSS, the option to turn it on disappears from the settings when you're playing at maximum graphics.
Pretty good, no?
So this is the pure performance of the GPU without the frame generation. And even without it, the game was running smoothly.
Giant Hot Wheels set would be complete without a loop. Snow, lava, and the volcano. This is the ice cauldron.
I feel the need for keys! You see the roll meter? It's tracking your G-Forza. Go as fast as you can while hitting extreme angles. Magnet track, engage!
Lastly, I played Ghost of Tsushima with maximum graphics and DLSS turned on. The FPS ranged between 100 and 130, and even during the fight scenes, the FPS were good. Then I turned off the DLSS and frame generation, and even then I was getting stable 60 FPS, which is impressive. After this, I played the game in low settings with DLSS and frame generation off, and I was easily getting between 90 and 100 FPS.
Here, you! For lying time!
In low settings with the DLSS and frame generation on, the FPS jumped up to 200. They ranged between 190 and 230. The gameplay was really enjoyable in all settings without any significant frame drops.
Hui! Arvo!
So, after testing all these games, it's clear that the RTX 4060 is an absolute beast when it comes to gaming. Whether it's story-driven titles like The Witcher 3, God of War Ragnarok and Ghost of Tsushima, or online multiplayer games like the Valorant, the performance is consistently smooth and reliable. DLSS 3 and frame generation gives a huge boost when supported, and even in games without it, the raw power of the RTX 4060 definitely provides a good gaming experience. So that's it for my RTX 4060 gaming test. If you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to drop a like, and if you want more PC builds, gaming tests and gadget reviews, then make sure to subscribe to Gizmo Rush. I'll catch you in the next one.